I wanted to come on to share an exciting announcement with all of you. It's so crazy. It's unbelievable. I have to say, it's really unbelievable. Tonight is technically the fifth episode, although really it's just the fourth because we had a surprise with Bob Baxley in the middle of the week. But this is the fourth Saturday night of releasing an episode, the fifth technically show that we're putting on. And the feedback could not be more phenomenal. It's unbelievable to see how many people are listening, tuning in, watching, subscribing to the channel. It's unbelievable. I never could have dreamed that in such a short amount of time, we would have such an incredible amount of positive, exciting feedback, which is fantastic and is humbling and just super exciting and just gives me the fuel that I need to continue to put the work and effort into the show. It's amazing. What exactly am I here to announce for a podcast? You might be wondering how much more could you do with the podcast? We are bringing something super exciting to those of you who have been watching, listening, tuning in. Even if this is your first time, you still have this opportunity. It seems like one of the things that is so special about this podcast is that the people who are listening and tuning in are feeling very connected to the speakers, the show, to the content, to the guidance, the advice, the frameworks, and want more than just tuning in to listen and want more than just listening, absorbing the information, and then just going on about their day. They really want to connect with each other, with the fellow listeners and watchers, or connect with the speakers, right? Like they want to take it one step further. And I was trying to think, what could we do to facilitate some sort of environment or platform to be able to bring everyone together, to support each other, to connect, to just to share, right? On a practical level, because that's what I'm all about, practical, right? Let's get practical here and take away one actionable next step that we can implement. So there's that piece, but also just the friendship, the support, no matter where you are as product leaders, as UX leaders, right? And when I say leaders, I even mean the junior designers. Yes, those of you who are in junior positions, you are leaders. That's a whole different episode in and of itself. But what I really want is just a place for all of us to come together, to support each other, to provide a mentorship type of thing for those who are just starting out and vice versa. And there's so much opportunity here. I'm super excited to share with you that I have created a special group platform on School to be able to have a place for us all to come together to connect. I've been able to put together a really amazing place where we will have weekly calls for support and to connect. If you're working on a project and you want some guidance, if you need some practical tools, workshop frameworks, templates, whatever it might be, that is going to be like the platform for us to not only take what we learn on the podcast and just share what we heard or what like aha moment we had from listening in the podcast, but just being able to come together to support each other and to provide your expertise or to give advice or to ask for feedback on a project, the timeline, whatever it might be. So practical, but also a way to just support and be there for each other and to not feel like you're alone. I feel like sometimes for people who are working within a company who you might be on a team that's amazing and supportive and that's great, but sometimes you might be the only designer on the team. You might be the only project manager, product owner, right? It could be that there are a few of them, but maybe you feel like a little bit alone or you feel like you want to connect with people outside of your organization. So I feel like it's great to have a place where everybody can come together. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, that's really nice, but there's a lot of other communities that we're part of. So why do we have to have another one? And I want to stress what makes this community unique and special. This community is going to be not only for people who are in product and UX leadership, meaning any job that is included in the product, UX, right? Anything in that umbrella, because we are all leaders. It's not about the title, right? It's about who we are as people. So, what is going to make it different? I want this community to be a place for people who are extra passionate about the importance of strategic alignment between business and product strategy. And that is what I want to focus on. I want to focus on encouraging, empowering, raising awareness of the importance of this strategic alignment because it is a problem. It is a challenge that so many people are having. And so the more we can support each other, the more we can provide practical tips, frameworks, resources, workshops, ideas for how to create this alignment, how to facilitate this collaboration, how to increase our communication skills, our collaboration skills, our understanding of people and psychology, right? There's so much that goes into the work that we do and leadership skills that we need and soft skills that we have to work on that I want this community to not just be a community of workshopping templates and all the practical, right, stuff that is important. And that within each episode, I work so hard to make sure that each and every one of you are walking away with something practical to implement, because that is critically important. I don't believe in just fluff talk. I believe in practical when it comes down to business. What are we doing? But at the same time, not but in addition to, and I think it's really important to have a place where we can come together, a community of support where we can come once a week, where we can come together, when we come once a month as a full group. If it's, there's going to be different, there's so many different ideas that I have. And as the community grows, it's going to become better and better. But I want there to be a place where we can come and say, I'm struggling with, there's a challenging situation that I'm dealing with right now at work. Has anyone dealt with a similar situation? What were some tips or strategies that you found to be helpful, right? Specifically with this piece of strategic alignment, right? Because so many of us are working in silos. Our departments are completely siloed. And when it comes to collaboration, you can get all these beautiful, fluffy articles on the internet. But at the end of the day, each company is unique. Each team is unique. Each organization has their own structure. And there are so many different variables that make up the organization. And when we're dealing with people, each and every situation is unique. So while it's, of course, important to have solid foundation on different tools and skills for collaboration, how to improve on your communication and all that, I think it's important to be able to really connect with people who are in your situation, not just read an article and try to implement, but really work it through, workshop together, right? These are things that are important not only for support, like emotional support, but also practically, so that you can try to think through a challenge with people who are not involved on a day to day or totally not subjective to the situation, and just provide guidance and advice and tips and ideas for either how they've done that in the past or maybe how they would approach it if they were in your situation. I'm going to probably be sharing a little bit more about this community as it starts to grow and become bigger. But I wanted to just get on here before we bring on the show and just tell you all about this awesome community. The link is going to be in the description below for those of you who are listening. For those of you who are watching, here is the link, www.school.com/unstoppableproductpioneers/about. And this is going to be not only a place for actionable tools and frameworks, and not only a place for collaborative growth, but a place for passionate leadership to come together, to support each other, to encourage strategic alignment within our organizations, to bring out the leadership skills and qualities that we all have within us that we might not believe that we do, right? To have weekly peer feedback and support sessions. It's going to be so awesome. I cannot wait. So again, make sure to go visit the link. Please not tell all your friends. This is not about go spread this, broadcast this to the world. Everyone has to join. This is a special community for people who understand the importance, who are passionate about the topic of strategic alignment between business and product strategy, for leadership to come together to support one another, to provide guidance, tools, and frameworks and resources for each other, and to come together to create not just, a community, but a movement of passionate people who are going to change the way that we are doing things now for the incredibly better. And I am so excited. I cannot wait to hear your feedback in the comments below. Please reach out if you have any questions. And again, please make sure to check out the community and tell everyone that you will benefit from it and be able to give and to get, because that's what's critically important. Everyone has what to give and everyone has what to learn. And I am so super excited to be a member with everybody, to be a member of a community of passionate product pioneers.